B is rolling at least a 4. What does at least mean? Does at least mean 4 or less or 4 or more? 4 or more. If anybody ever has problems thinking of the words at most and at least, think about the ball pit at McDonald's. Are you old enough to remember when McDonald's had a ball pit? No, it never happened? Okay, Chuck E. Cheese?
No.
Ball pit? Anywhere? Have you ever been in a ball pit? That's so sad. Anybody been in a ball pit? Oh my gosh, you guys. Stop right now. Michaela, I hope you've been in a ball pit because this is so depressing. A ball pit is a place where there's a whole bunch of, like, we all know what it is, right? Plastic balls, right? You can dive in. It's delightful and wonderful, okay? And then after COVID happened, they are gone from the face of the earth because it turns out they're super gross and disgusting. Anyway, they used to have a sign on the door of McDonald's, and it said you had to be at least 2 to be in the ball pit. What does that mean? 2 or greater. But you have to be at most 10 in the ball pit. What does that mean? 10 or less. Why do you think they have an age restriction on the ball pit at McDonald's?
Creepy reason.
Because of monsters like you guys, and for creepy reasons like old men. I'm not saying you're creepy, but definitely old men, creepy old men, 100%. But also for all of the teenagers who are like 15 or a lot, I want to go in the ball pit. Let's throw all the balls everywhere. Like, and pushing like 2-year-olds out of their way and having a great time because that's what teenagers do. So at least means 4 or more. So how many different ways are there to do that? 3, 4, 5, or 6 would count, right? That's complex. Because there's 3 different ways to do it. All right, second page. I'm aware that this feels a little boring today because I'm just doing notes with you, but we'll have fun later, I promise. All right, fundamental counting principle. The fundamental counting principle says this. If one event can occur in m ways and a second event can occur in n ways, then the number of ways that they both can happen is m times n. If one event can occur in m ways and a second event can occur in n ways, then the number of ways that they both can happen is m times n. For example, do you remember this? Remember when we had 2 choices, heads and tails, and then 6 choices on the die? And then we had 12 choices overall. 2 times 6 is 12. And then here, when we had 3 choices for the survey and then 3 choices for your gender, 3 times 3 is 9. 9 choices. That's what the fundamental counting principle is. It's saying you don't have to make a tree diagram to know this. So, how many license plates can you make when you can use 6 alphabetical letters, each of which can be repeated? All right, I want you to write it like this. And they can all be repeated, and you're going to need a calculator for this if you don't have one. How many, there are 26 letters, right? So how many choices are there for the first thing on your alphabet? I mean, the first thing on your license plate?
26.
26. And you're allowed to repeat them, so what's this, how many options are there for the second one?
26.
26, and it keeps being 26. In your calculator right now, please put in 26 times 26 times 26, etc. Or you could write in 26 to the power of 6.
I just did 6 to the power of 26.
But that's a little different.
That is a much larger number.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So this is 308,915,776. Does anybody know how many people are in the United States?
330 million.
Yep. 330 million. So will we have enough license plates for everybody?
And do numbers.
You can do numbers, right? So technically, this should be not 26. What should it be? If you can use numbers. 36, you can use 0 too. Well, I don't know if they use 0. Do they use 0 with a line through it? Or, because I think O and 0 are so similar that they might choose one or the other. And I'm guessing they probably do the same thing with I, but maybe I has like the lines. All right, let's just say 35. 35 to the power of 6 would be 1,300,000,000, no wait, no. 1,838,265,325, or 625. But here's the thing. Are you allowed to have, could somebody in California have the same license plate as a person in Minnesota? Yes. So if we just multiply this by 50, because there are 50 states that you could live in. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna be fine with license plates. Also, not every person has a car, especially those babies out there that are counted in the 330 million. And yeah, some people have 2 cars, but I think we're gonna be good there. All right, let's say that for tomorrow, we're gonna stop here. For tomorrow, I want you to try to do B and C. You're gonna do the same thing here. 6 things. But you've got to decide what numbers go in there. All right. We'll go over the answer tomorrow.